friends, I hope you had a very good start to the new year, and today I want to talk about my 24 before 2024 ends list. So first on my list was to do my 2024 yearly review, which I accomplished. It's something that I try to do every year. And with time, it's become a bit of a beast. So this year I try to put less pressure on myself. I have this template with different categories such as finances, relationships, work, free time, all those good things. And I have a list of questions that I try to answer every year. But again, it's become such a huge thing that this year I tried to keep it simple and skip any question I was not inspired by. I think it was still a very valuable exercise, and so I'm very glad that I crossed this off. In the same vein, my second item was to set my 2025 vision. So this was very much fed by my 2024 review. At the same time, I realized that setting things or setting goals and intentions for a whole year usually doesn't work really well for me because I very quickly forget about it, like I guess most people. So what I'm gonna try to do this year is to do things more in quarters, or like every 3 months. Kind of go back to the things that are more long-term that I want to accomplish, but also set more short-term goals, because I felt that this 24 list worked really well and it was a shorter time frame. I really enjoyed that, so I want to implement something more like this in my new year. Number 3 was to start a digital reset. I had a very low bar for this and I accomplished it, and I want to continue in 2025 by doing a proper digital declutter, which is gonna take a lot more time and effort, but at least I got started, and so this is a win. Number 4 was to reach inbox 0 on my personal emails. And I'm very happy to say that I did it not only in my personal inbox, but in my YouTube inbox and professional inbox as well. So triple whammy on this one, and I'm very pleased. Number 5 was to consolidate my recipes and set up a better meal plan system. It's also something that I accomplished. I gathered all my recipes on Google Drive so that I can easily access them, and I share it with my husband as well. And in terms of system, I purchased one of those magnetic board where you have all the days of the week and you can write your menu for the week. We put that on the fridge and we try to meal plan every week. The end of the year and beginning of 2025 has been quite chaotic, so we've not been able to do it as much. I've been away from home quite a bit, but the weeks we've done it, it's been working really well. It's been a really good investment of time to just sit together and decide what we want to cook next week, make the grocery list, and all of that preparation. It's been really time saving and making things easier, like reducing the mental load, so I'm very happy with that. Number 6 and number 7 was to organize my closet and organize my office. I also accomplished that, very pleased about it, even though I still don't have heating at the moment that I'm recording this, so I'm not spending a lot of time here because it's very cold. Number 8 was to decorate my office. So this one I started, I made very good progress. But I was not able to finish by the end of the year because I had to order some frames, which took a little bit of time to arrive, and then I had to travel unexpectedly, so I was not able to finish the gallery wall that I wanted to put together, but I'm gonna do that soon. I have all the frames now, all the prints that I want to put up, so I'm very excited about it. Number 9, pick up and set up my notebook for 2025. That is done. I did an unboxing of that notebook in a previous video. I also spent a bit of time setting it up, and doing some fun decorative activities with it as well. So I'm hoping to do more of that in 2025. That's one of the activities I would like to spend more time doing. But so this is another item that I can cross off my list. Number 10 was to set up my table in the craft room. This one I did not do. I started moving things around to be able to put the table. Unfortunately, again, because we don't have heating, we haven't been spending much time at all in that room because it's probably one of the coldest part of the house at the moment. And also the table I had in mind currently is used in the garage for some of the renovation work that we've been doing, so it's not available yet. So that's one I've not been able to cross off, sadly. Number 11, get to 50,000 words on my manuscript. I'm so happy about this one. I'm so proud of myself. I wrote something like 7,000 words in December, which for some people is not a lot, but for me was a bit of a challenge, but I'm so excited that I was able to reach that milestone. Ideally, I wanted to finish my first draft of the novel. That was not, that did not happen. It's okay, I'm still making progress, and so I'm very happy with that symbolic milestone again. Number 12, read 70 books this year. This one was a funny one. When I put together this list, I was at 66 books, something like that. So I was pretty confident that I was gonna make it to 70, except I hadn't taken into account that in those 66 books I had read, I was also counting books I had DNF'd. And so technically I could have kept them in and just kept it like that, but I don't know, I like to make things more complicated for myself apparently. So I pushed through to make it to 70 books, not counting the books I DNF'd. So again, very pleased with myself. I'm quite happy that I crossed this one off. Number 13, read one book in Swedish. Again, I did it. I even read 2 books in Swedish in December. I listened to Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in Swedish and accumulated over 50 hours of listening to Swedish audiobooks. So that was a very good month and trying to catch up for the rest of the year. Number 14, reset my book tracking system. I did that as well. I improved my spreadsheet and tried to clean up the data in it. So I'm quite happy with what I have going on at the moment. I think the main challenge is to make sure that I keep it up to date. So I've been more diligent about it, and so I'm quite excited because that means that each month or at the end of the year I have cool data to look back on. So that's also like a motivation to be more diligent about it. Number 15, get the unhauled books out of the door. I had a good pile of books in my living room that I wanted to get rid of and give away, and so they've been accumulated for a few months, and I did a few trips to the library and gave them away. It was such a good feeling. The librarians were so happy, so it was a win-win situation. Number 16, do a no book buying month in December. I did it. I didn't buy any book this month. I still got some books for Christmas and New Year, so it's not like a no-haul book at all, but I didn't spend money other than my audiobook subscription on books in December, so quite happy with that. And it's also a good way to kick off my low book buying year for 2025. Number 17, reach 200 subscribers on YouTube. We did it! Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Number 18, finish my Magic Wand shop miniature. I did it. It's just over there. Number 19, set up Christmas decorations. Also something that I did. I have a little vlog of it as well on my channel. Number 20, print a photo album. Also something that I did. I did a photo album of some vacations we took in the French Alps in 2022 with my husband. So it was high time that we had a good memory paper representation of that trip. Number 21, rewatch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Keep it secret. Keep it secret.
This was so much fun. We watched one movie per night for 3 days in a row, and we put out the projector out for the occasion, so we watched it in very, very good conditions, and it was a lot of fun. I'm really happy because I hadn't seen those movies for like probably 15 to 20 years, so quite happy about it. Number 22, bake something, ideally a new recipe. So I did bake more than one thing. I baked quite a bit, including a new brownie recipe from Pickup Limes, which turned out to be very, very good. I really enjoyed it and definitely want to do it again. I would just say that we were not super patient, so we tried it when it was still warm, and I would not recommend. It was a bit too overwhelming. I think it was too sweet and the chocolate was too overwhelming. But once it cooled off, it was much better. So yeah, very good recipe, approved. Number 23, celebrate Christmas with my Dungeon and Dragon group. We did that. We had lunch together before our campaign session, and we did a little Secret Santa exchange as well, which was absolutely lovely. And then number 24, celebrate Jola Book of Flood, which is the Icelandic Christmas book flood. It's a tradition that I do with my husband every year, where we gift each other a book and then we spend the evening reading and eating chocolate. It was absolutely delightful. I had a wonderful time, and my husband also picked up a perfect book for me, which I have here. It's The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett, and it was honestly perfect because it was on my wish list on my spreadsheet, so he doesn't have access to it, but I've been seeing this book in people's favorite books of the year quite a few times, so I was very intrigued and wanted to pick it up, but I wasn't sure when I would be able to pick it up because of my low book buying plans for 2025. So really surprised, but pleasantly surprised that my husband picked this book for me, because it was the next one I wanted to get. So out of my 24 items, I completed 22 of them, and then the 2 others I started but didn't completely finish. So I think overall I did really, really well. I'm very pleased with myself. And now I hope I do as well with my 25 for 25 list, which is a book of 25 books all here that I want to read in 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye!